Hello viewers. In the previous video, we have done the analysis for this model. Like here I have created this model, assigned all these properties, materials, specification like the moment release, support as fixed support, loading, all these things. What is the input for a building that I have added? Here in the load cases, I have added the seismic load in both the direction, the dead load, life load, roof life load, and wind load from the four directions. After that, I have combined the load it and I got these load cases, and thereafter I add this perform analysis command, and my analysis was done. Today I will start the design part. So what is the basic need for the design? Means suppose I want to design this beam. So to design this beam, what is the requirement? Like I have to know the depth, width means all the dimensions of the beam, depth, width, and length, and also how much load coming on that beam. For that, what is the bending moment and shear force coming on that beam? I have to determine that. That I have already determined by the analysis. And to design some other things we have to keep in mind, like for beam we have to mention some clear cover, the grade of concrete, the grade of reinforcement bar, what is the diameter of bar which I will use, what are the stirrups property that I have to add. So for the design part, let's run the analysis again. So here we have analyzed the model and there is no error. Now I will go to the design part. So for that I will click here on this design comment, and here it is showing that the steel design, but it is a concrete frame. So from here just I will click on this concrete. Now you can see that in the right side box it is showing the concrete design. And to design this concrete, we will use some code, and for our case we will use some Indian code, that is IS 456 2000. By default it is selected here, and now we have to specify some parameters. So for that I will click on this define parameter. Here so many parameters are here, but I will choose only some of them. Like the clear cover, here this clear refers to the clear cover. So for beam I will choose 25 clear cover, that is 0.025 meter, and I will add this. For column, the clear cover should be 40 that is 0.04 meter. So for beam and column, I have added the clear cover. Now what I have to add? The FC. FC means the grade of concrete, and the here unit is kilonewton per meter square. We are using M30 grade of concrete, so that is 30 kPa. But we have to give the value in kPa, but 30 is in MPa. So 30 MP is equal to 30,000 kPa, means we have to add more three zeros here. One, two, three. So the compressive strength of the concrete I have assigned as 30,000 kilonewton per meter square. Thereafter, I have to add the yield strength of the main reinforcement steel, that I will use Fe 500D. So 500 and three more zeros. So that is added. Thereafter, the secondary reinforcement I will add, which are the shear reinforcement. That's yield strength is also Fe 500D. So I have added this. Now I have to specify the diameter of the bars which will be used. Like here, the max main means that the maximum bar for the maximum diameter of the bar for the main reinforcement. So for that we will choose 32 bar as maximum reinforcement. That I will add. Maximum secondary reinforcement we will choose as 10 that is the shear reinforcement. You can say stirrups or lateral tie. And as I have specified some maximum range, I should specify some minimum range. So for the main bar, the minimum reinforcement that is specified in the code is 12 but here we will use 16 not less than 16 so that I will also add. And for minimum secondary we will use 8 So whatever I have to need from here, that I have already added. So let's see what parameters I have added here. The clear cover, grade of concrete, grade of main reinforcement, grade of shear reinforcement, maximum main bar diameter, maximum secondary bar diameter, minimum main bar and minimum secondary bar. Here also you can see that some yellow question mark means that I have added that but not assigned to the members. So I have to assign that. But before that, I have to add some comment from here. That design beams means this comment will specify that these members will be designed as beam or these members will be designed as column. So I will add this design beam, design column. And one thing that I will add this takeoff comment also. This takeoff comment will help us to determine the volume of concrete and the weight of reinforcement bar in kg, so that we can approximately uh, determine the cost of the materials like concrete and reinforcement bar. So I will also add this takeoff comment and close. Now I have to assign this. So clear cover 25 will be assigned to the beams, means beams are in parallel to x direction and parallel to z direction. So I will select those beams, go to select and parallel to x, parallel to z. So here all the beams are selected and I will assign this to the selected beams. So after assigning that, you can see the yellow question marks become green tick. Now I will assign this clear cover to the column. For that I will select all the members parallel to Y, select this clear cover, assign to the selected beams and assign. And remaining things, that the grade of concrete, grade of reinforcement bar, maximum diameter, minimum diameter, all the specification will be assigned to all the members. So I will just simply click on this assign to view, means here all the members will be assigned. So quickly I will just assign all these things. assign to view here also the maximum mean bar, that is the maximum secondary bar, minimum mean bar, and minimum secondary bar. Now I have to tell stat that these are my beams and these are my columns. For that I have to assign this comment design beam in parallel to X, in parallel to Z, and I will click on this assign to the selected beam. Yes. And also I have to tell stat that these are my columns. So similarly I will select the members parallel to Y and assign to the selected members. So here all the design parameters I have added, and now I will just run the analysis. Before that I have to save it. So yes, my analysis is done. So let's see the output file. Here the output file is given, and these are my beams. Here you can see that in the design of beam it is clearly mentioned that the grade of concrete is M30, Fe500 main bar, Fe500 secondary bar. The length of the beam is 6.3 meter, size is 0.3 by 0.6 meter, and cover. Okay, here you can say that I have given the cover as 25 mm, but it is showing 30 mm. Actually stat has round off some value, so I have inputted that 0.025 meter. It has taken the value up to 2 decimals. So by round off, the 25 mm became 30 mm, but it is actually designing as per 25 mm. So here you can see that in which section what is the requirement of top reinforcement and bottom reinforcement. So how they have assigned all the members, and for columns also you can get everything that required steel area, required concrete area, like these things. Here you can get everything. Now one thing I have to mention here that from the loading part, stat will design with all the load cases here, but I will specify some load cases that no, my stat will design only for those load cases. So for that I will go to utilities. From there I will go to comment file, and in the below, before the start concrete design, before that I have to input one line as load list, means load list of which I have to analysis, means by which the design will be done. Only the combination load I will take, and my load combination is started from load combination 10. From 10 to 34 is my load combination. So here I will write as load list 10 to 35. By this line, my stat will analysis, means my stat has already analyzed the member will be designed only for those load cases, not for the primary load cases. So just I will save this and close. Okay, so it is running, that my model is saved. Again I will go to the run analysis. Yeah, you can see that the 252 columns are designed with zero error. Now I will just click on this beam. Now I can see the concrete design as here it is given 316 mm dia bar in top and 316 mm dia bar at bottom, and the stirrups are here given as the 8 dash stirrups. Center to center spacing is 195 mm. From this side 16, from this side 16, and in the middle part we can give some extra reinforcement bar as the lateral tie, or you can say the stirrups. So you can see that here the deflection is also given. So but we have designed everything, but here one thing we have to keep in mind that the stat will design each members separately. So we can do something that some members will be designed all together, like the requirement of the reinforcement is very close to each other for some members, so we can combine those members and we can design as per our choice. Like from stat we will get the requirement of the steel area and other things we will get. By that we can give our own reinforcement bar and number of bars as per design, as per requirement. So my stat work is done for this analysis and design, and here you can get everything. Like suppose this beam is concrete design as 216 mm bar in top and 316 mm bar in bottom. Let's see one column. Here you can see that the columns here it is given the bar size is 16 mm and the number of bar is 12. The required area of steel is 2031 mm square. So let's finish here. Bye.